mutate me if you want. It's on YouTube. That's the only way. Or if you go to your home screen, I think it should pop out right there too. That I'm streaming.
J-Rod, you got anything, any ideas of something? We can do the twos on the league. We can do the twos. Let's see what to do. No, I didn't even start share playing. I don't know why I did that. We can do let's see what we got. I mean, yeah, even if I yeah. Nigga said, "Hey, honey," and just bounced. Hey, he literally changed his voice when she came in the room. That's crazy. He said, "Hey, honey," just like that.
I used to live with this one chick, and bro, I felt like every time we got into an argument, she swears she was about to kick me out, bro. So I always kept my mouth quiet. But I got my own place. I'm not with that chick no more. We went through some stuff.
What was that like? Cause we got a friend who's like has a woman that's kind of impending like on him. If you know what I mean, more like masculine in a sense. He can't really be himself. You know, like with us, he can be himself, but around her, he kind of like, he can't really be himself. That's his wife though. You know, they've been together for how long? They been together, Jerry? 2 years, 3 years, something like that. So that's his wife though, but I'm sure he love her to death. I ain't judging the man, but
I was with this one chick for what's it called? I thought she was my high school lover. Like I was dating her after high school. I thought she was like my high school lover. We are gonna get married and stuff. And it found out like she got like, well, we got into a bunch of arguments and stuff like that. Later on, the cops got involved. She got a domestic violence against me. I still stayed because I loved her. Cause like like when you're Mexican, like when you grow up when growing up Mexican, like most of the time, like even though your parents are fighting, they stay together. So you're like your mindset is like, oh, we're fighting, so it's okay. We still have to stay together because we love each other.
Yeah, I know, because I grew up with Mexican. I lived with them my whole life. I know exactly what you're talking about. I seen what he's talking about.
And so like I had my own place before too, but I closed down my leasing office so I could go live with her and her mom, and that was the worst mistake I ever made, bro.
Okay, I want to see if there's any similarities. When you play the game, would that create an issue?
Yeah, she didn't like it.
What would she say?
That was I'll give the more attention to the game. That I don't give her attention. Well, even though I would spend the whole day with her, you know.
It didn't even matter. Interesting.
Or like, what's it called? I remember I took her one time, cause I was like, yeah, my dream job is to become like a video game content creator, and she got so butthurt about it. Like she did, like instead of saying like being supportive, she was like, why? Like literally that was like her first response. Like, why? You ain't that good. Just like turning me down. Yeah, like turning me down. Like yeah. Like I just like stood quiet. Like I was like, okay, like whatever.
Damn, bro. Interesting.
right? Or cause like I also collect Pokemon cards and stuff like that. She did not like that at all.
Did it feel like she was trying to mold you into somebody that you know you
Uh-huh. She wanted me to be she wanted me to be like more like, I guess you could say more masculine, to be like working full time, like it's some construction job or stuff like
right,
that.
right. I see. Did she ever try to emasculate you? Like say you like by emasculate, if you don't know what I mean like did she ever try to like make you say things to you that directly is insulting you to say you're not a man? That's what emasculation is. Like, I'll give you an example. You wouldn't be shit without me, or you wouldn't get this job without me, or you ain't doing blank because you're too lazy, or like that's what emasculation is, trying to come at a man's manhood to make him seem like he's not living up to his manhood in various ways.
Uh,
Like you're a bum. That's
oh,
a classic.
yup.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, cause I'm 23 right now. I'm 23.
yeah.
I don't
We
have
the same age.
I don't have everything all put together. Like, to be honest, like when after I left her house, like I had nowhere else to go. My homie was giving me like a spot like in his room to stay at, So he didn't even know I
Uh-huh.
was like homeless, you could say, in a way. Even though I was like didn't have my own place, I still had my job and was working to get my own place. But I got my own place, and she would still hate on me, and she would call me, "Oh, you're a broke ass nigga. You don't have the
Yeah,
shit. You don't
yeah.
have this what other
That's
guys have.
emasculation.
Oh, you don't
Right.
have the money. You don't have the guns like the guys I'm talking to."
Uh, Interesting. I got another question then, because I want to understand this
Oh, go
to a
ahead,
better
bro. I don't
degree.
mind.
I want to understand this because we have a friend that has a very similar situation that you had in the past. So I got another question. Like, okay, so what makes the girl like you? Is it because it's because what you could be? Is that the only reason why she likes you, or is it because of penis? What is it that
I
makes these women say, "Hey, you gonna be a man of my house, and I'm gonna raise you, and you gonna be exactly what I want you to be"? What makes them stay with you? Like, okay, I want to know what broke the relationship up, you or her, and also I want to know when this domestic violence thing she got into happened, did she try to sucker you into not leaving? Like, what makes these women want, like, for example, if they can just go, if they're such great, fabulous, beautiful, wonderful women, right? Why can't they go get the man that they want then? Why can't he just go get this masculine dude that only thing he care about, I just came back from work, I'm going back to work. That's all I care about. I don't play no games. I don't do nothing. I'm finna work. If she wants that man, right? I grew up with Mexicans. There are plenty Mexican guys that I know. I knew so many. I had a friend named Arturo Mata. He was way older than me though, but he was a bricklayer. He was constantly always playing. He would play Call of Duty as well and stuff. I don't understand, but they still were hard workers at the end of the day. He the one that got me on COD in like 2006, 2007. Him and his brothers, Emmanuel, Jose, and them. I don't understand. They work hard. I even seen a father. He worked hard. He worked really hard, and I don't understand what causes these women, right? Because it's not it's not her ethnicity, it's in the culture of these women now. What makes them not just go get that man that they want so bad? Why do they start with a guy that they deem lower than them, right? And then try to build him up, but in the process, emasculate him? What is it that makes her stay with you?
So like I think one of my mindsets was as well, like growing up too, like I felt like even though she didn't had it, I was always like, I was paying the rent, I was paying the
Right.
groceries, I was paying this, and I was paying that, and like even though I wasn't paying for it, I felt like I was being fucked up, so I was always paying towards all that stuff. So our relation when our relationship was always coming to an end, I was always like then why do you always make me spend so much money if you say I didn't love you and stuff like that? And she would just be like, oh, because I just wanted to be with you, and that was always just her response. That was just all her response.
I just wanted to be with you.
Yeah.
So she would overlook you spending any money and just say, nah, that was me. Like, that was the reason why we were together was because of me. Wow.
But yeah, like,
oh wow.
Also, like, our domestic violence was like, we were arguing one time, like, we were in a park. This is not the domestic violence. We were having a disagreement. Like, it's been so long. This happened like 3 years ago, my bad. So I don't remember as much because I try to forget about it. So our disagreement was like about almost like jealousy or like relationship. Like, oh, I was like, why are you having guy friends? And like, you know how like these guys are. Because she was gonna go like, I guess, swimming. I don't know if they actually were. And it was just like some guys like I didn't like, and she knew that I didn't like, but she still wanted to go. And we were arguing right there, and so the argument led up to screaming problems, and the neighbors heard, and the cops called neighbors. After that, the cops came, and they saw like, cause she was trying to like punch me, like, cause I took her phone, like I wanted to see, but she like grabbed it right away. That she ended up punching me. And like blood came out my nose, and I had a white shirt. The cops came, and they took her, and that was a domestic violence. But after that, I still stayed with her, even though she was in jail for a month. And we got our own place, even though she had a probation, so she had to go drop UAs and stuff like that.
Right.
And throughout the whole situation, I still stayed, but I just couldn't cause stay with her because I just couldn't be myself around no more, because like I would try to explain like what I wanted to do with my life, what I like, or what my hobbies were, you know. And she didn't like that as well, because like when we were first I guess what she mostly liked as well when we were first hanging out is that I always had weed with me. I drove a car, and so most of the time it was weed, sex, and go out to eat. That was the three top things, you know. And it just gets old after like a certain while. So there isn't like much communication, or, you know. You just don't have things in common. What I'm trying to say.
You stayed with her, right? But did she try to coerce you not to leave? She did. She was trying to say, "I'm sorry, this won't happen again," type stuff.
Yup.
He was like, you know what? I'm gonna stay with her because I'm a man, and I know how men are. Men, we're not the type to run out of relationships. We're chill. We're chill. As long, like, you know, we're not the type to try to break up our relationship first. It's usually the women. I think it's for statistically 80% women. When breakups happen, a lot, like pretty much all of them are usually the women.
Also, like when you argue with women, like, when women always say like the realest stuff when you're like arguing with them.
Right. They'll pull out what they always wanted to say to you when she's mad, and then say what she really thinking about you when y'all chilling and y'all good with each other. You know, she'll try to pull out the emasculation station when y'all arguing with each other. I know what you mean, but okay. Another question I want to see then. I want to see, like, when you was dealing with this chick, right? Did she want to be married?
No, she did not want. Well, this is the funny part. She did not want to be married. I was the one, like, I actually wanted to be married, but she didn't.
Right.
So like I didn't party as much as well either. And I wanted to have kids, but she didn't want to have kids. She was on birth control.
Oh my god.
So she will always tell me, like, because her birth control lasts every 3 years. It's the one on her arm. And she will tell me after these 3 years she was gonna add another birth control. So I was just like, I don't know what her mindset is. I don't know if she wants a family or not.
So it was destined from that get-go that it wasn't gonna work because she wanted completely separate goals than you, and you don't even know why she wants those goals because it's in her biology to want them, and she's fighting against that. So And oh man, dude, I just want to say one thing. When you went through that experience, even though you're out of that experience now, I want you to know one thing, because I think what a lot of guys may not know is that when you experience this stuff, bro, and you going through hell with these people and these women, just I want you to know one thing.
Oh, she would check my PS4. She would go through my everything when I would be asleep. That's the funny part. I was like, why are you going through my PS4? Like, you know,
What?
yeah, she would go through my PS4. Like, I have like a bunch of friends that like I had this account since like 2003. So yeah, like she would like say, who the fuck are? Why is there like a girl chick? Like, I remember, yeah, like I remember Pharaoh used to have a girl chick as an avatar before.
I
And
think you know.
yeah, and then she started like coming at me. She's like, "Why is there a girl chick on this avatar? And who the heck is this?" I was just like, "What?"
Yeah, bro. What I was gonna say was, I just want you to know, bro. When you get done with these experiences and you've learned from them, and you trying to figure out, okay, why the hell did this happen? You may sum it up as like we're just two different people. We just have our separate ways, our separate differences, and what we want, bro. I'm gonna tell you the truth. What you just went through, you will not believe how common that is in the common man. Like, you will not believe that what you just went through, majority of dudes your age and below go through. A lot of them. And you may pass it off as, oh, it's just this person. It's just not that person. It's a thing. For example, let me give you an analogy so you can understand what I'm saying. You know coronavirus that happened 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows the pandemic. The pandemic happened and everybody was affected by it. But there was a source. There's one disease. There's a I ain't gonna talk about vaccine, but there's a disease. There's coronavirus. Everybody knows of it. But imagine if nobody knew of that it was called coronavirus, and people took their experiences as separate and like, oh, I got this one sickness, and another dude's like, yeah, I got this one sickness too. Yeah, I don't know. But in reality, and during that time, everybody knew what it was. It's the same thing with this. It's not, we're two separate people. This chick is I'm gonna give you a name for it. You probably already heard it. It's called a modern woman. The modern woman attributes all of the same traits this lady has. It's no different. She just learned from the same culture all the other women are learning from. So our age, we all 23. So these women that you're mentioning, what could trick a guy is like, oh, it's just, I didn't get along, we just didn't have a good relationship, and we just had our differences, and I got out of there, I tried to love her, I tried to be with her, and we may try to symbolize it in our brain because we may not see the full scope. People don't have a bird's eye view on the world to see all this stuff happening simultaneously. But I'm just gonna tell you the truth right now. That girl is exactly the same as millions upon millions of every other chick that's in our generation. Now, obviously, there are 30-plus-year-old women that have the same traits too. But I'm focused on our generation right now, not millennials and Generation X and all of them. I'm talking about people who are 25 and younger, Generation Z. These group of women specifically share all of the same traits. They do. Now, obviously, am I sitting here saying to you, every single chick in the world? Obviously not. That's not what I'm saying. There are exceptions to every rule. Of course. I'm married too. I have an exception to the rule. But are women as a whole, as a majority like this? Yes. Yes, they are. So you may experience that, and that's exactly why when you mentioned it, I was like, hey, we literally just had a friend that was just in the party when you came here that has the same situation, but it's worse than yours because he's married to this girl after 2 years. She didn't even, the girl you're talking to didn't even want to get married. She helped you. She was helping you by not wanting to get married. She was low key, did she know she was helping you? So his chick wanted that, and he served it on the platter and is married to that girl. So the stuff that you're saying about this chick, he dealing with the same exact thing. The second his girl come back, he has to change his voice. Hey, what's up, Pharaoh? Hey, what's up, J-Rod? Hey, this and that, talking all slang. And when she come in, hey, honey, and literally get off the game. That's why he bounced. It's like the parallels between...
When I used to be in the game too, like, my bad, when I used to be in the game too, when I used to live with her, when I used to be in the game, and when my friends would try to speak to me, I would be quiet, because I always felt like her eyes were on me, you know? Always just watching what I was doing, always hearing what I was saying. And it was an uncomfortable feeling, because I just couldn't say the things that I wanted to say, because, you know, it's a game, you know? And she would be like, why are you saying that stuff? Like, why are you acting like that, you know? When it was just like, I was trying to be myself.
Wow. Oh, man. This is a damn. Well, I'm just glad you out of that. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm glad you out of that, man.
Yeah, I was with her for 7 years when I was 16.
You mean 7 total, right? You mean it was spread apart?
No, we were like
spread apart.
We met when we were 16 years old.
Right, and then y'all, it had to be a long break in between one of that, right? Ain't no way.
We were going like on and off. We will be like mostly on and off thing. Where it's just to the point where it's just like, you know, it's the same shit. I don't want to keep on doing this.
Damn, bro. I mean, and then he married, so there's no other, man. This shit real. Oh yeah, I forgot about my. Damn, I scraped that chick from my brain. I completely forgot about her. Forgot about her.
Yeah, like after our breakup, I also saw it changing her, cause like I remember when I used to live with her, she was always like, I guess you could say like a good girl, like always just at the house, just like hanging out. But after we broke up, I like would check her Snapchat. She would be like partying with these like random ass dudes, drinking, doing some drugs, and I was just like, who are you? You know, you weren't doing this.
It was in her. It was always in her, and I want to say. And one thing I want to say is, tell the truth, bro. This right here, when you was like, let's say when you mentioned that park thing, and you like, hey, like, bro, I'm not dumb, bro. I know what guys' friends can lead to, and you like, bro, when you with a girl, you shouldn't even really be having no guy friends. It's not insecurity. It's not my opinion. It's common sense. That's what leads to what? Like, come on, I'm not dumb. Then you talking about swimming out of all activities possible. Like, swimming? Like, come on. So it's like, I just want to tell you, right? And then when she has jealousy issues and this and that, the third, I just want to say one more thing, bro, in case you didn't know what that was. That stuff that you're mentioning, it's like a plague. It's like, that is the common, do you live in America?
Yeah, I live in Colorado.
Okay. So this is the common American problems in relationships that plague everybody that's in our generation. Like if you could have took yourself out of that, if you knew that you could have took yourself out of that when you was at the park with her, you could have had an out of body experience. Like detach your brain from this whole situation and look at it with a bird's eye view from the sky. And you could have looked at this and been like, everybody else is going through the same exact thing. This lady doesn't even understand that the problem she has, her disagreements, the things we have an issue with, literally everyone else is having a problem with. So why won't we just be different than those people and just not have those problems? Like, so with the trap that they fall that you fall into, that guys fall into, is like when they're with these women, they believe that these experiences they're having is their experience. They're looking at it with the first person view, first person lens, like Call of Duty. So the experience, like for example, if you're on COD and you play Warzone, there's 150 other people in the map. But if you never see nobody, you believe there's no one else on the map. So you got this first person view, and they never told you it was 150 other people in the map, and you just dropped in, and you just looking around, you'll think, man, where is everybody? Little do you know, it's 150 other people. So it's like, you kind of look at it with a fisheye lens, as if, okay, this is just happening to me. It may happen to a few other dudes, but I'm telling you, it's literally a pandemic. It's literally a pandemic, and it's only going to get worse. And if you want to know why these women end up acting like this, it's because it's taught to them on a global scale, through school, through social college, media, through the internet, through social media, through the internet. It's taught to them. They all are simultaneously taking the same curriculum and learning the same thing. This whole, first of all, there's no such thing as cheating on a woman, first of all. So that's the first thing they attack him with. He cheating on you, he cheating on you. So they plague the woman's brain with jealousy. I should be jealous of him. I gotta be jealous. When in reality, there is no civilization except this modern civilization where cheating is even a thing. That's not even a real thing. It's something that they're telling us that cheating, people don't even know how we got here. I can only exist right here to even talk to you, bro, because a dude spread his seed with multiple women. If guys didn't do that, I wouldn't even exist to even talk to you. If every dude was quote unquote didn't cheat, this concept of cheating. So that's number one, that they trick these women to believe. Hey, sleep with me for the rest of your life. Like when that's not even in a man's biology. And we try to fit into the mold of like, okay, I love you, well, let's do that. And if we think outside of that, when our biology crack, if we look at another woman and say, for example, let's say you see a woman pop up on your TV, like, oh, she's sexy, oh, she's pretty, oh, she's fine, I hit. You can't even say that out loud because, hey, she gonna be like, hey, you cheating, hey, right, you can't do that. But that's in our biology. There is no such thing as cheating. There's no such thing. So that's a modern thing. If you look through history, there is no thing you will ever hear of cheating. Ever. You will never, ever hear of such things. Like, so that's number one. They played these women brains thinking the cheating. Be jealous of your man. Always look at what he's doing. Look through his phone when he sleep. Look through what he got when he sleep. Be jealous. If he look at another woman, why are you looking at her? Why are you looking at her in the first place? It's nothing against you. If I go fuck this bitch over here, right? That don't mean I love this bitch. I can fuck a bitch I hate. I love you. If I go fuck this bitch, I don't even love her. Bro, I kid you not, Sinju, if you had a wife and you loved her to death and you just went into a room and a bitch is just some random MILF bitch with big tits and a big ass trying to seduce you. And she just like, hey, just one night, no attachments, nothing. You're not sitting there talking about, I love you, I'm in love with you. You just like, hey, I'm gonna just flash in here, I'm gonna be right back out with my wife. And then, boom, there was no cheating, there was no, you're not trying to marry the bitch. You're not trying to marry this bitch. You just would have hit it. If you would have been married and some random chick seduced you in a dark room, you would have just been like, well, and she said, hey, no one will ever know about this. This is not recorded. No one will ever know. And you're like, well, shit, I'm gonna dive in. And you wouldn't be like, all right, let's get married now. Like, they trick these women into thinking that's how we think. We don't even think like that. We don't think like that when we look at another woman. I want to marry her. We just be like, oh, she got some nice ass. She got some nice tits. That's it. And we move on. We love the girl that we're with. Like, we're not falling in love with random hoes. Like, that's not how it works. So another thing they get you with, bro, is when the guy friends, bro, that's plagued into their brain. Obviously, like, my wife doesn't have any guy friends at all. I don't even have any girlfriends. So it's like, okay, everybody knows what common damn sense. You're not supposed to have no goddamn guy friends because that don't lead to something. So they trick these chicks in their brain to think, hey, he's insecure. He's insecure if he has a problem with me having guy friends. It's his problem. It's his identity he has issues with. He's not man enough to accept me having a man as a friend, men as friends. It's like, holy shit, are these, like, they're played. It's like a program, bro. I'm telling you, it's like robots. If you think that chick is an outlier, she is not. There is millions, tens of millions of other women that are just like her, and it's easy to get involved with, because especially when you go through high school, like you said, high school sweetheart, it's easy to get involved with these women. J-Rod, wasn't Jemiah from high school too? So it's easy for us to like look into it and be like, okay, we just dealing with a chick, this our sweetheart, this our, but we ain't knowing the whole time we picking up a chick that's just like every other bitch out here, and we don't know it. We thinking, oh, she's different. She's you know, this is my sweetheart. This is no, it's just a random. Right, it's a random bot with programming in it. It's like when you play COD and you see the bots, you just ignore them and you ran away from them. You're like, man, I'm not even finna bother shooting up no damn bots. You ran away. That's what these chicks are, bro. They're robots. And it's so easy to see the programming that they have. Predominantly, I don't live in America anymore, but back, I'm talking to you from perspective when I did, like 3 years ago, before I left. I live in Dubai now, so I don't deal with these women anymore, but when I was in America, it's played throughout the whole country of these women like us. It's taught to them, and the reason why, you're like, why are they even learning this stuff? What's the point? It's to destroy them. You destroy the family. If you found a chick when it's her biology from birth, every little girl watching Disney movies talking about she wants to get married, she want to have kids one day. You found a woman saying out her mouth, I don't want no kids, and I don't want no marriage. What? That programming works, and trust me, it's not an anomaly. I'm in Dubai. My wife's sister lives nowhere near America. We're 6,000 kilometers away from America, and this programming is so bad that her sister doesn't want kids. Because if you plague these women but with believing that, you destroy the family. You destroy every single thing that's supposed to be built upon to stop them. So one of the first things they attack is the family. So then if you plague the men, right, to be castrated, not want to be men, not pick up their nuts and be a man, right, and deal with these women, and then you plague the women with, I'm masculine, I'm the man, and this and that, and having these belief systems in their brain, you got a formula that's going to destroy a country. And that's exactly what they want, is to destroy America. So when you're dealing with these chicks, bro, it's not just that one bitch. It's so common. J-Rod can tell you about it. I can tell you about it. I can get D-Squad in here right now. He's dealing with it right now. He had to get off the game. The second you join, he off the game. So I'm telling you, bro, that's why you interested me when you said, me too. I just dealt with that shit too. So I'm like, bro, this shit is a plague, bro. It's like a pandemic. It's a plague.
That's why we have a lot of, what's it called, single mothers, and you know.
That too. Uh-huh. You know what I'm talking about, the single motherhood too. I was raised by a single mom, even though I had like stepdad. That's still a single mom. My grandma was a single mom. So many people.
Yeah, single motherhood wasn't as bad as, I don't know, like if you see some charts, if you could compare. But last time I saw a chart, like, you know, you have 16, almost like 16, 20, like single mothers already. You know, like what?
Right. Man, I'm telling you. And then another statistic: black babies are being aborted faster than they're being born. 50% rate. They're killing. That's the whole abortion thing, killing the babies too. And the women don't know that. Our bodies, our choice. Our bodies, our choice. These fools don't even know. They run around cities masquerading and saying, hey, we killing ourselves. Like the women don't even realize they're committing genocide on themselves by wanting this. And they trick them into wanting by saying, hey, don't you want your body, your choice? You don't let a man dictate what happens to your body, right? And then the women fall for a hook, line, and sinker. Run around cities talking about my body, my choice. You damn fool. Don't you realize what they're doing to you? You don't realize it? You really think it's about your body, your choice, you fool. So, and the whole time, right, it's a woman passing legislation to have abortions. So then it look even worse because it's not even a man doing it. It's an old white lady. Like, these people are crazy. So these women, our generation, bro, is only gonna get worse. I can't even imagine a girl right now that's 5 years old. It is. If you have kids, bro, protect those children. It's going to be in the future so many, especially if you live in America. There's gonna be so many things that make it worse for your children. That's why I moved out. I had to leave. I'm in the Middle East. In the Middle East, right? It's trying to keep up with America, but it's behind by like maybe 11 years, 10, 12 years. It's behind. So I'd rather be in the place that's gonna turn into America now in 2032 than be in that motherfucker in 2032. I can't even imagine. 50% of Generation Z identifies with gender identity. So that means if you meet somebody 24, 23 and under, it's a toss-up if that motherfucker got a mental illness. So that chick you dealt with, I'm so glad she didn't want no marriage or no kids, because she could have trapped you. She could have been like, oh, you love me? Okay, come at me then. Like, I'm telling you, so many women out there like that, bruh. She could have been one of the types that trapped you and you stuck. Like, D-Squad, the one that was just in the party, I think he done, man. He gonna have kids with that lady. I think it's over, man. It's over. And he knows. Let me tell you this. Make this make sense. If we're supposed to be happy in our relationships and supposed to be happy with our women, right? How the fuck does getting in a relationship with a woman make us more miserable? That doesn't make sense. So if Devin's really truly happy, how are you miserable with a woman? But you are happier by yourself. That doesn't make sense. And we stay in it because, shit, you know how hard it was to get this damn pussy. So we like, shit, we trying to keep the pussy. We trying to keep the relationship together because we like, I want kids. I want marriage. And I'm telling you, I'm glad. I think that's a blessing that chick was one of the bots that didn't want kids or marriage, because that saved you. Because you could have been under a woman. Because in America, the laws here is different. If I marry my wife, right, bruh, she can't take anything. She can't take anything from me. I'm in the Middle East. The laws are towards the men. But if I'm in America and I marry a chick,
all of it. Yup, she takes everything.
Oh my God, bro! Child support, the alimony. Jorge Masvidal, the UFC, the Spanish UFC fighter, he has to pay alimony to his wife. He paid up wait, maybe 250K or 50,000, 250K, I forgot which one it was, a month for his wife. For his wife that divorced him. Like, and he's a UFC fighter and he getting his checks garnished, like, badly. Paying that chick $100 grand. He paying her almost $1 million a year. Just because he chose the wrong one. He didn't know. We was young. I guarantee you all of us got experience. We was young. We didn't know no better. We didn't know there was an actual agenda out to kill our motherfucking ass. So we like, oh, we love her. She's cool. She's a little crazy, but, you know, it's not. And we get with her, and we like, oh, shit, these bitches are crazy. They fucking crazy. And I guarantee you, like, the few problems that you have are amplified. Like, for example, the few problems, like, hey man, the guy friends thing, going swimming with guys, like, I guarantee you, majority of the arguments, it wasn't you having an issue too many times. The things that you actually had an issue with probably made sense. Like having guy friends. Why? Like, that makes sense. Why? And they train these women to fight against fight. So when you meet these women, they get angry really quick. They get emotional really fast. They're really quick to try to, like, when you argue with them, they're going to try to, quote unquote, tell the truth about you when they're mad. Use a bomb. Use a bitch. You ain't a man. Use a this. Use a that. Use it. They're gonna come up with something to tell you. I'm telling you, all of this shit is programming. And was the girl you talking to, was she Spanish too? She Mexican?
Yeah, she was Mexican.
And she's Spanish. And she comes from a culture, because I grew up with them. She comes from a culture where loyalty is one of the most #1 things that they care about. I never seen them backstab each other. I see niggas backstab each other all the time. I've never seen them folks I grew up with backstab each other. family was one of the most. They would be outside partying for about 24 hours straight, and they were so cool. Some of them dudes would buy me if they saw me in the store. They would buy me anything, this and that, the third. I grew up with them, so loyalty is one of the main components that I saw them live by. The fact that you're dating a woman that's Spanish and she still got the programming, this shit is too damn strong. It's too damn. Black women that done calls, leave them alone. Unless you meet one of the 1%, leave. I don't care what they say. I don't care how bad they try to make you feel. You racist, you hate yourself, you insecure, I don't give a fuck what they try to make you feel about yourself. Leave them bitches alone. Like, they got it really bad. All the period and this and that and running up in colleges and learning that doctrine, that bullshit feminist shit. Leave them alone. I just can't believe that even a Spanish woman got that damn programming to the point. Like, that's, whoo. Oh my goodness. I'm just glad you out of that shit.
It's a lot of social media as well. Cause like when she will be on TikTok, she will be like, wow, seeing some of like videos of like cheating, and she'll just look up to me and she'll be like, oh, stupid bitch, I hope this is not you. Like, what? And then she'll just get really mad because she just saw a TikTok about like someone else cheating.
Oh,
and like thinking like, oh, this is a sign like my nigga's gonna be cheating on me too.
Oh no. And did she do the whole astrology horoscope stuff too? Like what?
I didn't tell her anything for her like getting crystals or anything, but like after a while, you're just like, shit. What?
She almost got some crystals on her. Oh shit! She said, "What's your sign?" I'm finna. She said, I'm finna predict the future on you. Come here. I got my witchcraft. What's your sign? I'm telling you, bro, it's a book. It's a book. Once dudes is starting to wake up to this stuff. They're starting to wake up to this stuff all across the world. They're starting to get hip, but there's still a few guys that may not understand this is happening, so they don't know any better. Guys are starting to catch on, bro. We starting to wake up to this shit, man. I'm telling you, niggas are starting to wake up and be like, yo, something's in the water, bro. Something's going on. Why am I with a girl in 1960? If I was with this chick, we would have been married by now, had some kids, and out the way. Why are we arguing? Why is the police being called? Like, what's happening? This can't just be, oh, this is life. You live and you learn. Oh, we just different. No, it ain't that. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. Most people are different from don't have the common things in common. Like, you don't have to just have everything in common. My great-grandparents would die married. So, well, one of them died married. The other one's a widow. But you don't have to have the thing about it was sacrifice. So it don't matter your differences. You put things to the side for the longevity of you being together. I don't know. These women don't think like that, man. And I knew she had something to do with them horoscopes, because that's also programming these chicks learn too. They don't have any wisdom. They don't have any knowledge, and there's no man to teach them any wisdom or knowledge. That's true. So they go and try to find it themselves. And what's the first thing they're going to find when they on social media? What's your sign? What's your horoscope? Are you a this? Are you a Taurus? Are you a Capricorn? Oh, so you like this. Oh, so this I already know you. So they try to find some sort of knowledge to try to decode who you are. I already, so you get emotional quick, or you know, Pisces are prideful, so I'm already knowing how you is. So they use bullshit. So they trick these women, right? They put them on some witchcraft, and then try to tell, and these women start to believe that they have knowledge. They can decipher what's a man and who's not a man, and who should be with them and who shouldn't be with them by their sign, and really dumb shit. Like, women don't know what a man is if a man smacked in the damn face. They don't know. So they try to find it all using stupid ass shit like horoscopes and what else women do, J-Rod, that think that, yeah, I can't be with him.
They also say, oh, a man should be working construction, a man should be doing electrician.
Yeah, there you go. That shit too. The job you do. He got that job.
By how much money he should make. By how much money he should make.
How much money he got. That stupid ass shit. When money was supposed to be a wife and a husband together, putting their money together, putting their assets together, so that way they're stronger. What is this? How much money he got before I get? Bitch, is you crazy?
Yo, I just saw like this one social media post. and it was just like saying it was this girl that shared it, but it went like over so many shares. She said this guy's a 10, but he has no gun, so he's a 2.
What?
And so it just makes the woman think like, oh, if my boyfriend or if my guy has no gun, then you can say he's
Yeah,
like
I saw that. Yeah, I saw
he
one
ain't
too.
shit.
You gotta be a hood nigga. He gotta be hood a little bit. Have some street in him. Okay, you do that then. Put your investment in the street, nigga. You stupid bitch.
Hmm.
These women, I'm telling you, the best thing you can do is stay away from them or just fuck them. But if you fuck them, you taking risks too, because you know sometimes that pregnancy, a lot of dudes can slip up and end up, knocking them up, and they're done. It's a wrap. It's over for them. But your best bet is to leave them alone and try to find a wife. Try to find a woman that's teachable and the best base or best palette you can possibly find that doesn't have these traits. Obviously, what I'm saying is obviously more harder to do in real life when all the women around you are like that. So it's obviously easier said than done, obviously. But if you can, when you deal with a woman, you're gonna have to filter out hundreds to maybe thousands to find that one that's like, okay, she the one. She's somebody that don't agree with any of this shit going on. Don't agree with it. If you see a woman and she agrees with the opinion basis of women, that's not the one. Because a real wife that's hidden that's a diamond in the rust, she's a woman that naturally is not even agreeing with what these women are talking about. Now
Yep.
you might meet a woman who has the qualities to be a wife, but she still might have the programming, and that's fine. Mine was like that. That's cool. You might meet a woman that might have some feminist type of qualities and this and that, but you see the potential. You can teach that woman to get rid of those things and see the truth of what it really is. If she still has wife traits and white qualities, it's just that it's going to be really difficult for guys out here like trying to get married and stuff. I'm not a doomsday type of guy, so I'm not sitting here talking about some all women are like this. It's over. You can never get married. You can never find the one. I found one, but I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't in America. I was completely on the other side of the world. So I gave up, bro. I remember I was at J Rod house one time. I was so mad, bro. I was like, man, J Rod, something in the water. I can't find no girlfriend. Something wrong with these hoes, man. And it makes you harbor hatred. You remember we went out to the club and Chris was just mad at women, just mad, just off, just like right. Just natural. Any interaction he has with a woman, he's just naturally angry because it's just like, man, he doesn't know what it is, but he's like, man, fuck these bitches. He don't know what it is, but he's like, man, fuck these hoes. You meet a girl on the street, he being mean to her and shit. We like, damn, Chris, she might be the one. You don't know. He's like, man, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. It's like, man, but Devin in
A
that
lot of
spot
girls
right
also
now.
expect too much from a guy as well, you know.
That's a huge issue. Y'all both in y'all 20s. What the hell are y'all both expecting each other to be millionaires? That's
Right?
weird. That's hella weird. Like,
Like just because you see this social media of Blueface and Krishan, just because they have millions, they're gonna
that's just
toxic.
yes. And you don't know them. You don't know them personally, bro. You don't know what they got going on. You don't know them people. Yeah, I don't even have a TikTok. Me and my girl don't even have a TikTok, and I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. I didn't even factor that in, the whole TikTok thing. That's the new social media thing. So that's probably even worse programming is doing to people. I can't imagine how many women are actually using TikTok, and it's dictating their day-to-day emotions and how they see things. Holy shit. I ain't think about the TikTok thing. Because he said his girl watched the TikTok and she getting ideas about him. If something that small affected her day to the point where it could potentially ruin their relationship because she watched the TikTok, yo, this shit is crazy. Yeah, man. I'm just glad he out of there. I'm glad she didn't want kids. I'm glad she was on birth control, and I'm glad she wanted nothing to do with being married, even though all of it is in her favor and we get shit out of it. I'm glad she had that choice, so Irvin got saved by the bell.
Hell yeah.
Woo! what made it end? Was it like, was it you saying I'm fine, I'm done with this, or was it her saying, I'm done with it? Was it her doing the whole breakup bullshit?
It was her kicking me out of her house. Like
Good,
she when she kicked me out, she threw my jackets out in the front of the lawn.
good,
So
good.
I just picked up my jackets. I had nowhere else to take my jackets, so I just threw all my jackets in the trash. So I had to,
Damn.
yeah, I had to start everything from scratch. I had to buy new jackets, and I left my boxers, everything that I couldn't take, cause
Oh my God.
I didn't have a car at that time, so I had to take the
What was
bus
the final straw for her? What made her? You're done. You're out.
because I would choose work over actually try to spend time with her. Cause I was choosing work because I had bills to pay, yo. I was in $4,000 in debt, and and she was getting mad because I was overworking. I was getting home, and she would get mad because all I would do is eat and sleep and just play. Like
Well, I mean, she
what
couldn't
else do you want
support
me
you
to
for the
do?
time being. She couldn't
No,
support you and just be like,
she
"Hey, I understand what you're going through. This shit, I wouldn't even want to do that shit
I
at
told
all.
her,
So I'm just gonna."
I told her, and I was like, I'm at $4,000 a day. You know, I don't have the money. And she's like, well, it's not my problem. It's not my problem. That was her.
What?
Yeah, that's not my problem.
What? You lying?
I'm being serious. That was her response. That's not my problem.
That's not my problem.
I told her I was like, I
Yo,
don't have
that's
the
a
money. Yeah.
that. J- Gerard, do you believe that she would say that?
What
It's
is
not
that?
my
What
problem.
is that? Double minded.
Yeah. So you mean like
Okay.
when someone's contradicting themselves, like and constantly? Oh, and then when he works too much, it's a problem too. Oh, okay.
Or like when you don't work enough, then you're a bum.
And then when he start working, oh my goodness. So he just can't win. She's designed, she's programmed to self destruct. She's programmed to explode and die. Can you believe that? They managed to program on a global basis all of the women our age to self destruct like Cybermen from Dragon Ball Z and just explode and blow up and just be kidless, marriedless, and die alone. Can you believe that worked? Like it actually worked. It worked. He self destructed. I'm gonna kick him out now that he actually might do something with his life. True. Oh man, that is oh, D Squad over with. He married this version. The girl he was with might be a little bit worse. I don't know. D Squad ain't tell me too much. I can only go from what I've heard, from what I've seen and heard behind it. I can only go by what I heard, but it could be worse. You never know, J. Rod. It could be worse. But from that perspective, Irvin had it worse. Irvin had it worse. I don't think his girl is that bad. It ain't my problem.
I also
But
felt
hey,
bad because like her mom, like I remember one time she came towards in front of our argument too, and like
uh,
I was watching this video on social media, and it just reminded me of this one guy, and I was just like, damn, that used to be like me. And it's
uh,
when you're saying like when it's not just me going through it,
yeah.
it's a bunch of guys.
It's a bunch of guys at the same time at the age 25 or under going through the exact same thing. It's probably some dudes 26, 27, 30 going through the same thing. Who knows? But I do know globally, it's everybody our generation going through the same shit with these women. And it's some women in America that don't follow this script. It's a few. It's always an outlier. There's always an exception to the rule. It's always an exception to the rule somewhere. And it's women out there in America somewhere, in some state, in some city, somewhere that's like, I don't agree with any of this shit. It's some of them. It's some out there, but I'm pretty sure we can count them on our fingers. But I'm sure there are some out there that are 23, 22, 21, 24 saying, I don't agree with any of this shit. I'm sure. But I wasn't finna stay there and find out. I'm out. I'm getting the hell up out of here. That shit was making me go crazy. I was like, why is every woman I'm meeting a clone, a doppelganger? The only difference between the two bitches is which food they like and what they look like. Ew. Did she work? Did she work?
When we were together, there was a part of the time, well, for the whole year, I was paying the whole rent throughout the whole month. So, not really.
Uh, so she didn't work during that time?
Nah.
I don't even know how she could get on you then.
Yeah,
She acted like she was good.
I was providing mostly everything.
Well, D-Squad ain't in that situation. He not in that spot. Yeah, it seemed 50-50. It was at her. It was all her at first, and then 50-50. Yeah.
Yeah, when I used to live with her at her mom's place, it was her mom, her sister, her brother, and I always felt like a guest. I just felt like I didn't belong there. I always felt like they didn't want me there. It's just like,
Damn. What makes you not want to leave? What makes you like you cognizant of like, man, this is not. I'm miserable.
I had
I
nowhere
can't be
else to go.
myself.
I had nowhere else to go.
Oh.
I had honestly nowhere else to go. I honestly had to like stick, I don't know what was
So it's like I said the other day, J-Rod, when a guy wants to break out of the situation, he has to sacrifice the truth over his well-being. So he has to kind of stand up and be like, you know what, fuck this shit. But he has to also be willing to be like, hey, I'm gonna be on the street for saying fuck this shit. So it's like you gotta choose. Yeah. But Devin's not willing to choose that fuck this shit. He's not. He's not gonna do that. Uh-huh.
That's how I felt.
That too, that trouble of like finding another person and having to do the same things over again. Yeah. And and think about this, J-Rod. How did Devin go to talking about different types of pussies every single day to say, hey man, I can't mention that, man. I can't talk about women. You know that? And he's thinking that's a sign of growth. It's not a sign of growth. It's a sign you lost your nuts. Yeah. He thinking it's like, yeah, I can't talk about, bro, that's not a good thing. It's not like you're trying to marry these women you're talking about. Right. Right. This, and everybody read that book, so you didn't get no secret knowledge. My dad read that book, dude, like 15 years ago. He read the book when I was 8 years old. Like everyone's read that book. It's not secret knowledge, bro. All that book is doing is explaining you, hey, there's different ways to think outside the box. You don't have to keep following the same pathway. Yeah, but everybody's living this scripted. It's like a script. It's like a movie. It's like a movie. It's like. But you say everyone's playing their script, but why does everybody have the same role? Like, you know what I mean? You say everybody playing, but I thought that meant, Shakespeare movies, everybody got a different role to play. Why everybody doing? Why all the chicks got the same role? Destroy the family, destroy the man. Yeah, it is the same director. That's very true. All the chicks got the same programming: destroy the family, destroy the man, and then afterwards blow up and destroy myself. And then at the same time, wonder why I don't have any results in my life. Why am I single?
Or why can't they keep a good man in their life?
Right. It goes from why can't I keep a good man to you don't need no man. And I was like, okay. And then the woman's like, but I want. And then another woman might be like, well, but I want one though. And it's like, well, don't focus on that. Go to college, go to school, go to work. And she's like, well, but I want a man. And then then they don't tell her how to get one. They just be like, hey, be yourself, do whatever you want. He'll like you for you. That's not how that works. That's not how you don't create a wife by doing whatever you want. These women are toast. It's over. They're done. They're cooked. That woman he just got up, he's not with anymore, is going to have a miserable existence for the rest of her life. And he kind of proved it when he said she on Snapchat doing drugs and going crazy. And so she was gonna trap him and then do the same thing she was doing when he was gone. Thank God she didn't want no. She was one of them selfish ones that don't want no family and kids. Some of these women's biology. Right. The high school sweetheart thing, yeah. No. Even when I was talking, bro, Urkel, bro, I was seeing this shit in high school, bro. When we was in high school, 2017, I was dealing with this white girl with red hair named Raven, bro. I swear to God, I caught on to it so early that, like, wait, I'm talking to her on the phone at home, all this lovey-dovey shit. But I'm thinking, like, why is she so wanting to have kids? Oh, I can't wait to have your babies. Oh, I can't wait to have kids. That's when I woke up. I'm like, man, is programmed. This bitch trying to trap me. And the first thing that happens when I break up with her, she gets pregnant. She got 2 kids now. 2 kids. And she big. Boy, oh boy, she took a picture on Snapchat yesterday. Boy, I said, God damn, she's melting. It's like you ever just leave a Snicker bar out for just one night.
Yeah.
You try to open it, it's just melting. I was like, God damn, what happened to you? The white chocolate Hershey's in the car. In the summer days, you come back, that shit stuck to the wrapper and shit. You can't even open it. I'm like, damn. Yeah, I caught on early as fuck. I was like, bro, it can't be me. Then I typed my problem in on YouTube. I was like, girl, such and such trying to. Then I see red pill and this and that when I'm in high school. No, this was right after high school. Right, that's when it was first popping. I'm started watching Town Likers. I started watching Kevin Samuels. I'm like, who? I'm like,
Andrew
so
Tate.
all of these. I start seeing like, okay, all of these dudes got the same. I started watching Patrice O'Neal. I'm like, man, all these dudes saying the same thing. So it's not just me. Right. True, I was saying that in high school. I was saying simp a lot. And they was like, what's simp mean? I caught on early, bro. I caught on real early in high school and I said, yeah, I'm out. I can't deal with these women. I can't do it, bro. I'm sure they're outliers. I'm not saying they're not. I'm sure there are maybe a few hundred to 1,000 American women that are our age and their wives. And they were raised that way. I'm sure there are a few. Of them. But I'm not willing to see through 360 million people to find out. I'm good. I can't do it. I'm out of here. So I mean, it is what it is. It's just so funny to hear you say that, because I'm like, oh shit,
You
damn.
know,
So D
mostly
squad
girls.
finished.
Mostly girls like want a man like older too. Like if a
Hmm.
girl is like the same age as you, she don't want nothing to do with you.
Yeah, that's very true. A lot of girls, even though my wife is, I'm older than her by like 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Man, I'm in Dubai. It's a whole different ball game. Them chicks over there, they look if they see. Look, here's what they're not telling the guys. Right, this is why you shouldn't even use Tinder unless you're just trying to fuck. If you're just trying to fuck, okay, go ahead, throw yourself out there. If you're looking for anything else, bro, it's a waste of time, bro, because these chicks are looking up on Tinder. We're looking down. We getting matched by the fat black holes and shit, and we're like, damn. If I walk outside, I can get a damn. I think the closest I can get if I walk outside is an 8 or a 9. If I try, if I go through a few women and talk to, I can get an 8 or a 9. Bro, if you go on Tinder, you get obese black bitches. I'm telling you, and white hoes. Right, it hurts your self esteem. But the truth is, it's like Irvin said. You when you put your age on Tinder, we keep our little ratio 23 to 20 23 18. We want girls around our age, right? They're typing in their age range 24 to 42. So they're seeing completely different results than us. So they're talking to guys on there that are in their 40s, in their 30s, they're 28, 29. They're about 10. Right, right. They're looking at guys way older than us. So they looking at dudes that's already established, already got this and got that and this and that the third. They trying to go for that. So he's right about that. A lot of these women don't want guys their age. They're not interested. They're not interested. That shit is a plague, man. Like Urban might think, man, I just had a bad experience with that one girl. He meets another chick at a coffee shop. They got the twinkle in their eyes and they give each other's phone numbers, right? And he's like, all right. He starts to like this chick, right? He starts to like her, go on dates, they kissing and this and that. He feels the butterflies. He like, oh, okay, I got the spark again. And he's like, okay, this one's different. She don't got nothing to do with the other one. We're in a completely different location. Next thing you know, they move in together or get to talking. He's like, what the hell? Why she got the same traits as the other girl? And he like, I don't understand. I guess it's just we don't, we got something different in common. Then he'll see that she got better things than the other girl, right? She may be more calm or less susceptible to get angry, shit like that. She might not hit him, and he might take that and be like, she's better. She's better than the other chick. But little does he know, she still got the same traits and will reveal them to you in different ways. So you can't win, bro. You can't win. It's like they all unite. They put their Power Rangers rings together. They all unite and say, you go, girl. Let's kill ourselves. You can't win.
A lot of girls
Can't.
also be hyping a lot of other girls for cheating as well.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't. It's bad. It's really bad. I remember how miserable I was when I lived in America. I don't think I had a happy day. Especially when you know what's going on a global scale. Then there's a lot of people that might not be aware, so you kind of on your own a little bit. You're just like, man, how the fuck D Squad go from, yeah, T, I'm fucking on this bitch. I just smashed this bitch in the club. So, yeah, man, don't mention, I can't talk about the women, man. Yeah. He thinks she saved him, bruh. She didn't save him. He was like, man, I wasn't doing nothing over it. I was just dealing with niggas, playing basketball, following them around, going to the club. Going to Kentucky, kind of, you say, like, okay, bro, whatever you. Yeah, He went the polar opposite route. Uh huh. Damn. I don't even know where Devin gets this concept of street nigga from. I'm like, did Devin even grow up anywhere near where I grew up? I don't even know. I don't know his history like that, but he swear he a street nigga, bro. Yeah, but that's it. He said he was a baby. And then he moved to Auburn Glen and lived there his whole life. And went to school with white people. Where's this street nigga come from? Nigga, I don't even claim myself to be a street nigga, and I got way more street cred than him. I never lived in those suburbs. I didn't live in the suburbs until it was over. High school was damn near over with. That shit took forever. I don't know what makes these guys think he a street nigga, bro. Nigga said in the first 2, 3 years of his life. Nigga, I was literally going to school in Leeds, and I didn't even live anywhere near Leeds or Moody. I was driving 45 minutes, 50 minutes just to go to school. Cause my mom wanted me to have a decent school at least. Yeah, she didn't want me to have a bad school. Cause if she took us to the schools that was near us, we've been there, and she was like, yeah, I can't do that. Gotta at least take y'all to a decent school. Those were really bad. I think back then it was way. And on top of that, she would lie. She would lie about her address too. She would put like a place my grandma living at as the legal guardian. And my grandma lived somewhere in Kings Forest or Pinecrest, or she lived in some area like that, and put my grandma address, and it's 10, 15 minutes down the street. But in reality, I don't even live with my grandma. I'm 40, 50 minutes away from school, and I'm constantly late. And I know why I'm late is because I'm like, I live 35 minutes away from school, bro. Yeah, I don't know what Devin gets the concept of street nigga. I don't even call myself that, and I could call myself that. I don't even call myself that. I don't even know if Devin ever shot at anybody. I don't even know if he ever shot a gun. Has Devin even ever shot a gun? Especially at somebody? I, I don't even call myself a street nigga, and I've done shit like that before. I don't even say I'm a street nigga. I don't even think if Devin ever shot a gun. I don't even call myself that. I don't call myself hood dude, street dude. I don't. I'm good. I just know I'm not a suburban nigga. Nigga moved to all the Glen when you fold. I wasn't here when I was in my mama's stomach. Okay, bro. Whatever you want to believe. Yeah, he trying to squeeze any because I talked to him about it the other day, and he was trying to squeeze any credibility he got. Because I'm telling him about my upbringing, right? And he trying to match it. Talking about something. Yeah, I was in Italy about you. My dad was in Italy. Okay, bro. He had the what did he say? He had a game called I don't know. It was some weird ass name they called themselves. I don't know. A gun.